So, I really don't know what to say. I just feel like I kind of need to get it off my chest for like anybody that needs to hear. So, as you would notice from my uploading schedule, I didn't upload on a Wednesday, upload on Thursday, and then Sunday's video didn't come out because I didn't record anything, and that's mainly just because I have kind of got a lot going on. I know for a lot of my viewers and like a lot of people, family, friends and stuff that like watch me in general can understand this, especially friends. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop rambling because yeah. But anyway, I know for a lot of people that they're gonna be going through hard times, and this is generally what I want to speak to people about. The last week has literally been ridiculous for me. Every day I've found out something bad in general, and it just, I don't know. It's hard to be strong, and I know that for a lot of people when they're going through bad things, it's really hard, and like for some people, when it hits rock bottom, it takes two people wanting to lose their life. And I'm not saying that in general that I've never felt that way. Like when you're sad, like it kind of does, especially through going through mental health, like in general. But I just want people to know that it's okay to feel that way, your feelings or whatever. Sometimes it's gonna feel like no one's there for you. Even if they are, it's ridiculous how it feels like that. And like, unless you're there, you're never really gonna understand that feeling. So I could get how many people pop up, like, I've always been there for you, but sometimes the truth is, sometimes people aren't. They feel like they are there for you. They're around you, happy, making you smile and stuff. But that's not necessarily being there for them or, you know, helping them out. Like me, with a lot of what I struggle to do is that I'm generally just a caring person, and I never want to see anyone do bad. I want to always see them do good, succeed in life and stuff, and I'm always there trying to help them out or whatever. But when it comes to me, no one's got the same energy, like no one matches it. No one really wants me to succeed. Like sometimes I'll get some people popping up like, like your videos and stuff that you're doing like is really good or whatever. And it's only when they see me doing good that they're like, they kind of want to be there for me. Like not always. I'm not saying this for everybody, but like it's a bit weird how the world works really. I don't know. I'm just feeling that way just in general. Like you might, especially for me, like you might feel like there's no way out, like everything's bad in life. And I'm not saying everything's bad in life or in my life. There are some good things, but when you see the bad, you're not looking for the good in general, because you're trying to focus it on that one thing to try fix it. And what I've got to understand, or you guys have got to understand, that you can't always fix it. There's just going to be some bad things in life. And you might think you're the only person that's going through it. Like, you only can see in general that there's bad things happening to you and not other people. But you can't see what happens behind closed doors. You don't know what someone else is going through. And you might idolise someone and you might think, they've got a great life, they've got money, they've got all this and that. But at some point, maybe their life was bad, maybe it wasn't always good. And how did they eventually get there? Like, what actually happened? What was their process? Like, you don't actually know. And maybe you are around people that generally haven't had anything happen to them. But I feel sorry for people that have never had anything bad happen to them, because when something bad actually happens to them, they're not going to be able to cope with it. That's the only thing that I'm happy about, that with life. All the bad things have kind of moulded me to be able to cope with things. And at this point, anything could hit me and I know that I'd be able to deal with it. Even that it might feel like deep inside and I'm going to feel sad and all these other emotions or whatever happens. I know out of anybody, I'm going to be able to deal with it. So you shouldn't feel bad for that. At least you've got the skills to be able to cope with it. And you just got to remember, literally, it isn't only you that's going through it. There is loads of people that's going through what you're going through. And you may want to speak to someone about it. That's okay. You might want help, like you might want to speak to a counsellor. And some of you might be thinking, oh, no, counsellor, nah, that could never be me. But you don't have to tell anybody. You might be worried about other people's thoughts, like you might feel vulnerable for doing it, like in general, but when it comes down to it, you shouldn't worry about other people's opinions. Like me personally, I have gone to a counsellor, I have spoke to people. In general, speaking to people doesn't help, because with my mental health, especially my anxiety, I've already figured the answers out. They can't tell me something that I don't already know. Like, the answers are already there. Sometimes my brain, or me, myself in general, just doesn't want to accept it, and it's okay. I might be in denial about certain things, and it's okay to react to something different. Like, some people might say to you, the way that you're feeling or the way that you react to something, you shouldn't, but like everyone reacts to something differently. Like, you can't tell them that. So when they tell you that, you shouldn't feel bad or whatever. I mean, you could have dealt with it better, but that's the way you're gonna deal from it. And what you got to think about is, going forward, how are you gonna deal with things differently? And that's the main thought that's in my brain, because before, with things that had happened, normally I'd just argue about things, drag it out as much as possible, mainly because I was hurt. Now I just don't see the point in it. I'd rather carry on with my life doing good and focus on the other things that are going on in my life than focus on that one thing. And once you start focusing on that one thing, that's just when things go to pot, honestly. So it's just like a battle constantly, especially if anyone can relate to mental health. It's like a battle between you and yourself, constantly overthinking things, and like, it doesn't help, it honestly doesn't. It just makes things worse. But it's only if you let your head get to you. Sometimes it can be a good thing. Well, I mean, not a good thing, but sometimes I need to process things. Some people, like, when they're going through a bad situation, won't process anything that's going on or try and resolve it. They'll just ignore it. And the worst thing you can do is ignore your problems, because your problems are still there. They're not going anywhere. So you're going to have to fix them. Don't expect other people to fix your problems, because that's not the way things work. So, yeah. I really don't know what else to say, but yeah. My head's a little bit fucked up, and I'm not going to promote the video or anything, because, yeah, about like or whatever. You can do whatever. If you notice, I didn't even give this video an intro, because I don't know, I didn't feel like it needed an intro. But yeah, I'm just gonna go. I can't even speak anymore, but yeah. I hope everybody's good. And honestly, if anyone needs anyone to talk to, seeing as everyone comes to me anyway, like, I don't know, DM me anything. If you have me on social, whatever. I'm down to talk to anyone generally. Yeah.